We had a really good state of play, I must say. There were so many games that I was actually excited for. I mean, you have, of course, the GOAT, Until Dawn. Didn't know I was getting an Until Dawn 2. I was watching the trailer and I was like, this looks a lot like Until Dawn. This looks a lot like then they just straight up said, yeah, it's Until Dawn 2. Like, oh, okay. I recognize some of the actors. I'm like, oh, all right, we can have a good time there. Even though, if you guys know my deep lore, you know that Until Dawn did me dirty because my first time playing ever, I did everything perfect without looking up a guide, mind you, and they wouldn't let me save the very last person. I put my controller down even, so I couldn't touch it, and it was still like, you moved, and then it killed them. And I did that twice, and it did it to me twice, so I don't know, but I'm getting off topic here. A lot of cool games being revealed. I saw more of Ill, a game that I was sort of hesitant to play because I was like, let's kind of just like whatever. But then the more I saw today, I was like, oh, all right, that actually looks pretty interesting. Of course, you have Silent Hill, because, we got niggas in Silent Hill now, so represent. And just a bunch of other games. Wolverine, of course. Of course. I'm probably going to buy a PS5 for that. So if you see me uploading a lot more and streaming a lot more, you know why. We're building up for a PS5 fund. And I cannot stress enough how awesome this was. I feel like there was a little bit of everything for everyone. You wanted like a car game? Here you go. You have that Hollywood Stuntman game. You wanted Dino Crisis? You didn't get that, but you got a different game that had dinosaurs in it. And when I remember the title, I will just put it on the screen because that's how editing in post works. But it was a little bit for everybody, and I just really appreciate that, because so often do I hear that games are dying, there's not enough games, this and the third, and then you're just constantly reminded of how many games were actually out. Like, again, look at this for just September. Look at all the games that are coming out in just September. Probably because no one wants to come out when GTA 6 comes out. But still, look at all these games. And you're going to sit here and tell me that games are dead, that gaming is dead, we're getting nothing? We're being fed. We are being fucking gorged on games. And yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. So like, comment, subscribe, share, all those things. And yeah. Oh, why are you still here? I missed the game? No, I'm pretty sure I didn't miss a game because, let me think. I said Silent Hill. I said Ill. Oh, the chef game, the Boncho chef game. I think that's like a prequel to Dave the Diver, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, they're doing Dynasty Warriors. They're remaking Dynasty Warriors 3. So that's cool. All right. Fine. Yes, there was one game. There's one tiny, small game that I might have forgotten to talk about. But if I did, it's only because I didn't want to talk about it. Okay, listen. God of War. Great game series. God of War Laufey, which was announced officially during this state of play, has an amazing trailer out. You can watch it for yourself. I will link you the trailer. But if you remember a video I did at this point about 2 months ago, where I was specifically talking about a content creator by the name of Hypnotic and how he's a very bad critic and doesn't know what he's talking about, I thought it was over and done with. Boy, was I wrong. Why am I getting the same exact critiques about this game? Like, have we become just so miserable that you have to do this for every time you see a woman? Like, I can just run down the list of the biggest, most common critiques I see. Number one, just in general, oh, they're replacing all of our male characters with women. And then they list like 4 games. Oh, they replaced Joel with Ellie, and they replaced Geralt with Ciri, and they replaced Jin with Atsu, and now they're replacing Kratos with Laufey. And I'm just like, you're wrong. You are wrong. For Kratos, he's not being replaced. In fact, you're getting the entire Greek trilogy remake and an additional God of War game starring Kratos. This is just not it. This is just a spinoff. A spinoff is not replacing. It's a spinoff. Much like how in like the Metal Gear series, Raiden didn't like replace Snake as a character. You got to play a bunch of Metal Gear Solid games as, well, at least a version of Snake. Raiden was in like Metal Gear Solid 2 and then in Revengeance. And we'll go back to that titling in a little bit. But Ghost of Tsushima, they finished the story. Ghost of Yote is taking place hundreds of years later. Jin Sakai was not promised to be the main character for everything. This is like getting mad at an Assassin's Creed for having a different assassin after every couple of games. Like it's so stupid. They're not replacing them. It's a new protagonist. It's a different story. When it comes to The Last of Us, again, Joel's story was done. Ellie's was not. Joel's entire character arc was resolved in the first game. That's it. Oh, his relationship with Ellie, that's not going to sustain the entire game, right? And if you don't like the fact that he got, fine. But to be like, oh, she replaced him, like she was always there too. Ciri, you got 3 games with Geralt. 3 games with him. With Ciri being the focus for a lot of them. It only makes sense that you now are playing as Ciri. It's a different experience. Geralt's story is done. Ciri's is not. And then with, again, the pattern they seem to always notice doesn't really work on a larger scale, because there are other game series out there where you aren't replacing the main character. The main character is still part of it, or is still the main character. They're just focusing again on these 5, but they don't focus on other series. I mean, in Tomb Raider, the Lara Croft franchise, was she replaced? Or does it only matter if it's guys? You want to play as men? That's it? Okay, Spider-Man series, did they replace Spider-Man? No. You got to play Spider-Man in Spider-Man 1. You got to play as Spider-Man in Marvel's Miles Morales. You get to play as both Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2. You got double the Spider-Man. No one got replaced. So what about that? Huh? The new Wolverine game coming out. You're playing as Wolverine. They showcased that. Big, muscular violence happening there. We just had James Bond. They didn't replace him with a woman. Like, you guys are being idiotic. And another argument I am seeing is people suddenly pretending to not know how marketing works. Recognizable brand, spinoff. Especially if they really want to maximize its marketing potential. You will put the most recognizable title as part of the package, typically in front of it. I don't know why I have to explain like a basic marketing strategy. You guys have seen it 1,000 times. Big name and then colon. Even if it's not even a spinoff, it's big name then the sequel. It's not Marvel's 2 Spider-Man. It's Marvel's Spider-Man 2. It's Batman Arkham City. It's Batman Arkham Asylum. It's Batman Arkham Knight. It's Batman Arkham Origins. Why do you think they kept the Arkham and Batman part of it? For branding, for consistency, so you know what to expect. It's called God of War Laufey because it's part of the God of War franchise, but you're playing as Laufey. That is why they titled it that. Or I'm just going to say Faye. I know people pronounce it Laufey. I'm going to say Faye. God of War Faye. To let you know. Ooh, it's what franchise is the part of? Oh. And who am I playing as? Oh. I've seen people, including, I'm going to just straight up call him out, Destin Lagari. What are you doing? Why are you saying, why is it called God of War? You don't know marketing? Like when I talked about my other video about Hypnotic, I think he's dumb. So I'm not surprised if he does understand how marketing works. But you should know how it works. Why is it something like, but is she a God of War? If you want to get that pedantic, Kratos technically stopped being a God of War when he left Greece. He wasn't the God of War in the Norse. They didn't start calling the game a God of War. They called it God of War and then God of War Ragnarok. Why? Because they want you to know Ragnarok as part of the God of War franchise. It's still within the same universe. It's still within the same story. Like just the dumbest, absolute, most pedantic version of criticism has been becoming the most like common shit I'm seeing. I don't understand anymore. Like, what are we doing? And then of course it's the who wants to play as his dead wife? Who wants to play as a girl? Who wants to play as a little white? Like, shut up. You are the same people who were jizzing yourselves over Stellar Blade. You are the same people who were like, oh yeah, Lara Croft's hot. Let's play as Lara Croft. You play as women all the time. What are you talking about? We have franchises where the main hero is a woman doing actioning things that have sold very well. What is this amnesia all of a sudden? Like now people are saying, oh, it's like Forspoken. Why? Because it's a woman and she jumps? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm doing a weird little like what's mid video thing, whatever. I'm sorry. I just watched this clip from David Jaffe and I'm gonna let you play the whole clip, but oh, Jesus Christ.
The fuck was that? Laufey? What the fuck is Laufey? That looks like shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. That reminds me of that game Forspoken a little bit. I think that looks so uninspired and it looks so dull. And you guys have to remember that is the opening of the game, probably, because it says X for new game. It's possible there's a prelude, but that seems clearly towards the opening. It's dead. That game is not going to do well for what they expect it to do. Here's my point. If you got rid of God of War, like look at what the internet was asking for. A lot of people were saying, oh, well, maybe she gets to go into other pantheons. Okay, so do we get to see Chinese mythology, Egyptian, whatever, right? This just feels like Corey or somebody wanted to write a fantasy story. And I'm not saying, it's not going to be rooted and grounded in some actual mythology of something. Maybe it already is, and I'm just not aware of it. But you've lost the gore and the violence that made the first game. You've lost the character. You already lost him after 2018 because he changed so much he wasn't Kratos anymore. Now you've lost the identifiable mythology of it. And you've also lost you've lost me with the cube. It's in the little Disney character at the beginning. This seems like just a fantasy. Like if they would have taken God of War off the title and you didn't know the God of War story and there wasn't Kratos, it was just a story about this goddess who dies, you would not be talking about this game. In my opinion, really fucking goofy, man. Really fucking goofy that it's like that nobody pulled somebody aside and said, this is not God of War. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is like some fantasy novel that I didn't like it at all. And I'll probably play it for the stream because I'm sure there'll be interest. But if it wasn't for that, I have no interest in playing that game. I think it looks dull. It looks repetitive. It looks been there, done that. The cover is terrible. The name is terrible. I don't think that's going to be the final cover. It looks like Forspoken. It's got that flavor to it.
I have never seen someone sound so goddamn bitter that they're no longer in charge of a franchise. Holy shit, David Jaffe. What are you talking about? You lost the gore. Did you not watch the same trailer? Like, you're clearly salty that you don't like God of War 2018, which so happens to be the game that they started without you, but like at least fully without you. But it's like, what you're saying makes no goddamn sense. It looks like Forspoken. Why? Because it's a woman? Oh, they have fancy creatures. They had fancy creatures in 2018, the one you don't like. And to say that it's possibly not inspired by mythology, they just told you it's a graveyard for other gods. They've established in the previous two games that people can cross over. You can interact with other gods. Kratos is in the Norse mythology. Like, what is this? I'm sorry, dude. This just sounds, this comes off of so incredibly bitter. Like incredibly, but you're bitching about everything. It looks uninspired. Come on, man. They even changed the comment from the last game. Uninspired. What the fuck? Like, God, like these people are so miserable. Jesus Christ, dude. Like you come up, I'm sorry, David, you come up as bitter as hell here. No actual analysis, just saying it looks uninspired, it looks dull, which is the same thing. Just saying that reminds you of Forspoken. In what way? Because it doesn't look anything like Forspoken outside of you have a woman who can use magic and like what, kill people. Is that the criteria now? Like, God, what happened? Jesus. Sorry, this is supposed to be like a short thing. I ready to have a long video, but like I Jesus Christ, man. Like what are we doing? Why are you people so stupid? Who is this game for? Did you not play the original? First off, I'm going to just show you a bit of the trailer. I'm not going to put the music on because I'm going to clap, but I'm going to show you some of the trailer.
Lady, you need to get out of here.
Not until I get you out.
I don't need help.
Here we go, coming up behind.
Now, to answer the question people keep saying, who's it for? Did you like that? I'll link the full trailer, but did you like that? Do you like, let's just keep easier. Do you like Devil May Cry like combat, Bayonetta style combat, or influence combat? Because if you like that, you like how it looked, the game's for you. That's what it's for. And if you've played the other God of War games, they really hyped up how badass she was. So now you get to actually see how badass she was. Oh, are you interested in like Egyptian mythology? Well, there's Sekhmet. There's other gods. You're actually in an afterlife of gods. So they can pull from the entire pantheon of multiple cultures. Who knows? We might even see Athena again or Zeus. That could be interesting, giving Faye some insight into Kratos' actual past outside of him telling it. That could be exciting. There's a lot of potential there, which is why they did it. But there's a lot to expect. There's a lot to bite into. So it could be for people who quite simply want more God of War and they don't care how they get it. It could be for people who want action games that are more like, again, more Bayonetta style, which in this instance is somewhat similar to the OG God of War games, at least more closely than the revamped God of War. This could be for people who do want to play as a female character. Lots of people, lots of reasons. Like it's such a dumb little kid perspective, but oh, girls have cooties. I don't want to play as a girl, I want to play as a guy. Why? Oh, because I'm a man. So do you stop becoming a man when you play as a woman in a game? Is that how you guys think like gender identity works? Is that how you think this shit works? Is that why you guys think you can like catch the gay? And like you can grow up and someone can make you trans? You think it's like it's a social contagion? Like you think identity is a social contagion? Because I'm having a hard time understanding that. You're manly man gamers. You can't handle playing as a woman. And for all you supposed heteros out there, attractive woman. You don't want to play as her. Why? Also, speaking of that, this whole notion of, oh, they made her ugly. They made all these girls ugly. The Western game made them ugly. Shut up. You're going to have a very hard time convincing people that Deborah Ann Wool's ugly. You're going to have a very hard time. And just take a step back. I've already seen people trying to do the whole, let's use a blurry screenshot. Let's use a screenshot when someone's making an expression to be like, look how ugly they made these girls. And that's outside of what happened today. They're doing the same shit for fucking James Bond. Saying, oh, their women are ugly, therefore it's woke. Or it's woke, therefore they must be ugly. And then they will show you the most beautiful women and be like, they're ugly though because the game is woke. As if our eyes do not work anymore. These people that you are seeing doing all of this annoying shit are the exact people I have been commenting on. It is why I've been doing it like this. Because I'm feeling like now everyone's seeing how batshit insane they are. Because these people aren't gamers. They're not. They are people who have a very particular worldview, very political worldview, and are trying to push that into gaming. Gaming is a vehicle to which they can put out their worldview. I know that sounds like, oh, I'm just saying the opposite of what they're saying. But what I'm saying is actually true. Think about it. All the people who claim to be anti-woke or whatever, they are always the ones who do id pull. They are always the ones who try to tell you the reason why a game is bad is because there's a black person in the game. It's because there's a queer person. It's because this person's, a trans or whatever. And then they will blame like poor writing or just bad management, everything on someone's identity and not just on the skill level of someone. They will do this game is going to be bad because look, there's a woman in charge of directing it. There are women who work in this office. I'm going to take the Women's Day photo and say this is the entire development team because women can't do anything because women brain don't know how game work. Only man brain know how game work. Like that's how they view everything. I have never said a game is bad because it's straight people working on it. I've never said a game is bad because it had men behind it. I said the game is bad because it's clearly been rushed or it's too many bugs, the story is weak, the characters are not really engaging, or they're very flat, the controls are really floaty, or there's technical real reasons why a game can be bad. But these people will never address that outside of id pull. They will always do id pull. There is nothing about this God of War Faye game outside the most criticism I will accept right at this moment is having companions and then might potentially being annoying and chatty because that has been a trend in AAA gaming. I myself don't really care and I'm not certain that's going to be the case here, but still I can at least let that slide. All right, you might have a point there. Although lay off Frank, all right? He's doing his best. But besides that, there was no valid criticism. You guys are just being babies. Like I don't understand like why are you guys so goddamn miserable about this whole event, mind you, the whole state of play? I've seen so many people just misery post, just being complete fucking like misanthropes. For what? Why are you so mad all the time? Why are you so miserable? If games do not bring you joy anymore, then stop playing. But like, holy shit, I'm seeing people complaining about the Wolverine game because they're tired of this combat. Then don't fucking play it. It's fucking Wolverine. Like, it's like you are just constantly upset. It's like, god damn. Get an ice cream, pet a dog, get laid, do what you need to do. But you clearly do not need to be playing video games anymore. They have clearly moved beyond you. Maybe check back in a couple of years, but like you people are so goddamn miserable. Like the engaging in the larger online gaming discourse is so misery inducing because all of you guys are just consistently aggrieved. The women are, the fact that that's even a point of contention, are the women hot, is such a massive sign of regression. It should always be, is the game good? I am actually even seeing known grifters saying the God of War game looks good and getting flack for it. For a simple, the game looks good. Because they must always be aggrieved. And for that, I think it's kind of funny. I'm like, that is the audience you cultivated. But that's where we're at. Everything now just must always be bad. They are never happy. Fucking miserable. Meanwhile, I'm excited as shit, dog. We get God of War. I'm getting Wolverine. We have that ill game looks sick. See what I did there? And this is just the state of play. Who knows they're going to announce during Summer Games Fest or even Xbox Showcase. This week of June is going to be fucking awesome for people who actually like video games. But for all you miserable fucks who all want to do is chase clicks and put out bullshit articles and dumbass videos because you don't have the actual charisma and wit to entertain your audience outside of consistently trying to fearmonger, get help.